Tyler from O.T.R.Outdoors. Got Maddie with me today. I'm going to go, excuse me, I'm going to go show y'all how to collect what I call dragon teeth. So stay tuned. It is super windy. It's supposed to be 80 something today, but we're going to go take a little walk through the woods and see if we can't find us some dragon teeth. So stay tuned. Alright, so we're right off the trail, y'all. I don't know if I haven't shown y'all this part of the trail. This is the second half of the loop I've been working on. Because we just came from that way. We're going to continue on down the trail this way. But I wanted to show y'all. So if you've been watching me for a while, did a video last winter. It was it's called New Shelter in a Chat, maybe? But we used these two trees here, this tree and this tree, to put up an Adirondack shelter, tarp shelter. So I cleared this out so we can come back and use it some more. When I was out here building the trail, I just raked all the leaves out of the way until where our fire was last time. And just clean it up a little bit so we can use this spot again. It's the only time I've ever used it, and I really like this little spot. So we'll have videos from there coming soon. I'll probably use that for some of the fitness and skills stuff. It's this trail, so my trail runs right next to it. We'll do some type of workout and then probably use that spot to do a location, to do a skill. I need to finish raking out the rest of this trail now so they can go much further than where we were. So, if you're curious about what a dragon tooth is, I'll give you a clue, see if you can figure it out. Tell you what, first person to figure out what it is before I find one, I will mail you one. Trust me, it's something you're gonna want. So, dragon tooth. What do dragons do? And related to bushcraft, camping, survival, outdoors, whatever you want to call it. I have cleared the trail as far as the limbs and stuff, but I haven't come out and raked it the rest of this, so. Nope, there's a wild turkey. I just saw him running away. Let's see if we can find him again. Spring turkey season's still a way off, but get up on this hill over here. Let's see if we can see where he went. I thought I heard something when we first got over in this little spot. Let's see if we can see him. Spring turkey season starts here in a month or so. See if we can harvest that guy. It's my oldest. This one too, Maddie as well, but Riley loves turkey tacos. You don't need any more water right now. Alright, so where were we? I'll stop right here and talk to y'all for a minute. And we'll keep sneaking down this trail and see if we can get a shot of that guy. He's a pretty good sized turkey too. Alright, so I'll give y'all a clue as to what a dragon tooth is. You alright, Maddie? So a dragon tooth. Like I said, first person to get the right answer in the comment section, I'll send you one or two. Because I found a big stash of them the other day. So the first best clue I can think of. What do dragons breathe? There's your first clue. What a dragon breathes. Alright, here we go. We're going to sneak through the woods and see if we can get a shot of that big old turkey we just saw. second clue. Hopefully you figured out what dragons breathe at this point. It's pretty easy. Now this one will give you a clue as to what type of material I just found a dragon tooth. What type of material that a dragon tooth might come from. So it's what a dragon breathes is one. For two, they're scaly, right? So what material in the woods or the bush or the forest, whatever you want to call it, helps you with what dragons breathe and is scaly? Good question, right? So I just found one, but I found a whole stash of them the other day. And it was me and the two girls. We were out working on clearing the trail, so all we had to do was come back and rake it. We found a whole bunch of them, all in one spot. Clue number 3, when you find them, you usually find multiples in one area. Not always, but most of the time. Also, like dragons, in order for them to appear, what they came from has to be very, very old. And of course, there's a car driving by on the highway. As I walk through the woods, I'm right on the edge of the woods. There's a power line that runs right over there where that clearing is, and there's another section of probably 50 yards worth of woods. And then I'm back on the edge of the property that I have access to. Up here on a little mound of some sort. You might figure it out yet. Right, this clue might be a little too helpful, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. Dragons are big, right? In order to get these, the thing that's scaly has to be big. Really, really big. In order to have a dragon tooth of substantial size, for one. For two, dragons are usually fat. See if that helps you any. Trees are really moving, guys and gals. Alright, so here's a very large dragon tooth. Anyone figure out what it is yet? Alright, y'all, so that dragon tooth that I just showed you is not one of the ones that we found the other day. I just found that one just now. I was walking down the trail. I have not seen the turkey again yet. I thought I heard him though. So I'm gonna go over here to where we piled up all the dragon teeth, and I will show you and explain to you what a dragon tooth is. So you've now seen what a dragon tooth is, and I have described to you what a dragon tooth is with clues. So now, if you haven't guessed it by now, it's going to come down to the first person who watches the video gets probably this big one right here. That's a good, as long as the inside's good. We'll get that one. Oh, that one's still attached. So what is a dragon tooth? A dragon tooth is fatwood. It is from old pine trees that have rotted away, and these are the knots where limbs used to come out of the tree. It's what is left. We're gonna go over here. It's where I've got my stack of them. Like I said, we found a whole bunch the other day, all in one spot together. we're gonna go over here and I'll show them to you. I didn't take them back with me because I want to do a video about them. So I could show you what they are. And if you're gonna find them, you really need to be in old pine growth or a place where storms are fairly prevalent. So this is the one I found the other day. This is not in the big collection, but this is one I cut in half. So I'll turn the camera around and show y'all. Here on the left is what it looks like when you find it on the ground. Looks like a giant tooth, dragon tooth, hence the name. When you cut into it, look at that. My camera will focus, there we go. That's what it looks like on the inside when you cut into over here. And they're pretty easy to cut in half. I did that with a machete. So I was carrying my machete around to clear the trail. When I found that one, I found them, and we have quite a few of them in our area. So we have a good mix of old pine, new pine, and here hardwood and things of that nature. It's kind of this section of the woods is half and half. Half of it's mostly hardwood, poplar, oak, sweet gum, a few walnut trees here and there. Not a ton, but some. And then it kind of splits into pine down the middle. And there's some more mixed in there in various places. So I'm gonna go over, find this big stack we put together the other day, and I'll bring it back when we get there. So if you want to try and have really a look at find them, you want to find a spot like this. So there's 2 pines, 3 pines, there's another one down there on the other side. There's several broken off here. And then there are several dead ones here. The tops come out of. And right up here, there's one right there on the ground, big fat one. If you're looking through here, all this old rotten pine here. There's a nice big piece right there. Somebody's been moving the leaves around. So here, and these leaves that are disturbed is from where we found this big pile, but the majority of them were all right here where all this disturbance is. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of them. Those are dragon teeth. Alright, so that's a dragon tooth, or what I call a dragon tooth, because otherwise it's just a pine knot, and that's not as much fun, is it? So, when you want to look for them, you want to find a place that has lots of down pine. You need to be in an older growth forest if you're going to have any really good luck of finding them. Little lizard running around over there. And if you find them, they're going to be in a pretty good section altogether, where the tree has died, fallen over, rotten, and then all the knots have lived because they're full of the accelerant, pine pitch. The sap is going to keep them from rotting away. Another good place to find stuff like this is along creek banks where you have lots of pines. When they fall in, everything else is going to rot away in the water, and that part of the pine's going to be sticking up because it's not going to rot away because it's got all the sap in it. So I'm going to grab a couple of these, take them back to the house, and go grab that big one I found a while ago. And whoever the first person who guessed and put it in the comment section of what it was, and or the first person to watch the video, that's why you need to watch the videos, I will send you that big one. We'll do anywhere in the world as long as I can send it to you. So, but probably the US will be easiest, but Canada maybe. We'll see. See how much it costs and if I can ship it. I don't know if I can ship it because it's raw material. So I don't know if I'll be able to. But first person with the comment gets that big one I found a while ago. See how those things are swaying? It is windy today. Whoop, careful. You alright? Yeah, what'd you get? You got some leaves? Don't get them in your eyes. So I'm going to take that one. I picked up 2 more, plus the first one I showed y'all, and the one that I split in half. So we're going to take that one I had already split, make a couple scrapings. I'm not going to do a full fire, but show y'all how well it works. Alright y'all, so one thing you're going to want to do once you split it open is get rid of this rot and stuff here. Maddie taps on the camera. It's not going to work really well. Oh, you want to say hi? But as you can see right here, whoop, Maddie. Some really, really good stuff right there. Alright y'all, so I've got some big beech leaf here. I'm going to use to collect my scrapings up on. Use my pocket knife. Alright, so hopefully you can see that fairly well. I didn't do a whole lot, but some. Get my ferro rod out of my pack here. There we go. And that is your dragon's breath. It's just Fatwood knot. It's on the ground. You see the fire? And it looks like this is half of one. That's what it looks like when you harvest it off the ground. And all you gotta do is walk around and pick them up. But it looks like, if you get a good one, this one here, looks like a dragon tooth. It's just a big pine knot. But like I said, that's boring. Why not call it a dragon tooth? That one looks a lot like a dragon tooth to me. So I figured I'd show y'all a view. I don't think I've put it on YouTube at all, but on Instagram and Facebook, if you follow me on those, I showed you a picture of what's going to become future base camp. But there's my view. The creek's right down there. It's kind of hard to tell. But this slopes downhill right here, and the creek's right down there. The big hill that goes up the other side. The trail right here runs to, if you watch my building a hiking trail, this little trail connects to it right up there by right up there by those pine trees and that laurel where it starts to get green again is where the big trail is. And then this little trail cuts down through the woods and goes down to the creek so that I have access to water. And then a third trail, this trail wise down that way a bit and cuts back over to where the main hiking trail starts once you cross the creek. So 3 ways to get here, just to have options and variety. And then like I said, the creek's right down there. I'll give you all a view from kind of down the hill, down the trail a little ways. So camp will be the 2 trees on the back 2 trees will be where the frame goes as Maddie comes running down the hill. And it'll be a lean-to, and then I'll put a wall and a fire reflector off to the right side there. And then these 2 closest trees to us will be the entry to it. It's gonna be fairly small. As Maddie tries to fall down the hill. Come here, sneaker. Arr. Yeah. So that's what it's going to look like. That's the start of it. And eventually I'll clear out all these leaves and I'll run right along that dead stump there. You see those big pieces sticking out of that stump? That's what I call a dragon tooth. Once that stump, that log rots away the rest of the way, that's all it's going to be left is that. It's Fatwood. So it'll eventually come out to this big tree here. Camp will. I'll put probably a cook area over here. That way if I don't want to cook in my little camp area, I have space for that over there. And then camp will be right there. And we'll get started on that here in the next probably 2 weeks or so. Got a couple more videos coming for you before then. Alright y'all, you say hi? Say hi. What? Yeah. Alright y'all, thanks for joining us on this little adventure and how to harvest a dragon tooth, or how to find a dragon tooth, which is a pine knot. So like I said, first person to put in the comments what it was, and be honest, and if you can tell me you knew what it was before I showed you what it was and when I told you what it was, simply by the clues, let me know. We may do a runner-up or something, because I've got a whole bunch of them. But like I said, first person to comment what a dragon tooth is. So either you guessed it while you're watching the video or you're the first person to watch the video, I'll send you one. I'll send you this big one, that first one that we picked up. That big thing right there. Now, one of the problems with these is depending on how it is, you're not gonna be able to split it down into real small sticks because it's a knot and it's gonna have a twist in it. Now that one that I split in half is fairly straight. You'll be able to get a couple of good straight pieces off of this one, but this is a smaller one in comparison. So that's it for today. Remember, there's always a storm coming. Keep your powder dry, your action knife sharp, and iron your back trail. We'll see y'all next time.